So a bit of a travel day today. Went from Karoi down into Caloundra to Caravan Repair Centre. Just got a bit of a leak in the shower bays of my caravan. Then headed out into Dalby, went to the Woolies there, which was good. Been through Dalby a couple of times. So just parked up at Lake Broadwater. Really cracking spot, $7.25. I'll show you the lake, it's pretty amazing. So that's the lake. It's about 22 kilometres southwest from Dalby. Bitumen Road all the way in. Really lovely spot. So there's caravan parking all the way from there, all the way in, all the way down through here. There's powered sites in behind where I am. I imagine that it might fill up as the afternoon goes on. Got here about 4 o'clock. The sun will set over there, so I might get some nice colours over the lake. But for $7.25 per night, I actually don't think you can go wrong. Don't need power and water. On my way to St George, may get to St George tomorrow, and then find some artesian baths maybe before meeting Mum in Bourke on Sunday. So here we are, Lake Broadwater, council run, cracking spot, $7.25, actually doesn't get a lot better than that. Also, just to note, has showers and toilets and fire pits at every site. So $7.25, it's about as cheap as you're going to get, and it's beautifully maintained. So showers and toilets are just here, and there's also showers and toilets over on the other section as well. So absolutely for the win. So moved on from the big lake, which was amazing, stunning location. Did a little bit of work there this morning. Just at the crossroads, you've probably seen this big yabby on your journeys if you've come through. This is sort of pre-Outback. It's not really Outback, it's fairly rural. So Mooney Crossroads Hotel, big huge intersection, lots and lots of trucks, toilets, really great potato cakes at the Mooney Crossroads Hotel. Don't need diesel. Heading down, and we will see, I think it's called Westminster is where I'm heading, so it's about another 71 k's west, and I'm going to stop there tonight because I don't really want to be in St George tonight. I'll get into St George tomorrow. So anyway, the crossroads, Mooney Yabby Races, big whatever it's called, Mooney Crossroads Hotel. See you at the next spot. So just parked up for the night at Westmar. It's basically a roadside stop. You've got all the truck parking over here. The Westmar pub is sort of over the other side. You can park over there as well, have a meal, have a beer. Not a bad little spot. It's definitely going to quieten down as the afternoon goes on. Plenty of room. Not a bad little area. If trucks sort of pull in the middle of the night, I've sort of parked myself strategically in behind these trees. Got Starlink up and running. Reception's just a little bit light. So I've got about 120, 130 k's to St George tomorrow. This was about 140 k's from Lake Broadwater. Pretty easy. Not the most amazing. It's not, some epic campsite, but zero cost. Just pull in. Toilet sort of over the back here. And then, a few people have rocked in, did a little bit of work. As I said, set up Starlink, did a little bit of work, cooking some tea, and that will be the end of it. So, Westmar, nice little spot. Getting closer to Outback, you can see the dirt is starting to turn red. We're getting closer. So there you go. I'll take it. Get up relatively early, I think, and get moving off to St George tomorrow. So it's interesting when you rock up to these roadside stops that some of these locations have a super deep history. So this location, which is the crossroads in the early days, was basically a goat track that went from Dalby down to St George and followed the river before the new road came in, and then they found oil, the oil fields created new roads, all sorts of sort of major dramas that happened in the area, pickleweed and all of those sorts of things. But really, really amazing stuff that happens here. You know, this sort of location was founded in 1871. The name Westmar was named as kind of a hybrid of the Western and Maranoa Transport Company that was founded in these areas. And this little crossroad is basically from Dalby to St George and then down the other way as well. So really amazing location. The Westmar pub, which is over here, has parking out the back, but even this roadside stop here has showers and toilets. So, you know, we blast on through and forget that, well, we don't forget, but we don't look into the actual history of these sorts of locations. It's pretty amazing stuff. So anyway, I'm moving down to St George today. I'll do a little bit of work before I head off, and then head down to St George. Might see if one of the caravan parks has got a drive-through spot, otherwise there is a hip camp in town as well, and we'll see how that looks. So yeah, the other location is Bungunya to Meander, I guess is what that's called, St George to Dalby, and then the pub just here, which is the Westmar general store, hotel, all of that sort of stuff. So, and I'm not 100% sure, but in behind here there's a whole bunch of power poles and water points, and I would actually think that maybe one time that could have actually been a caravan park. But it was super quiet last night. There was really no road noise. Starting to fire up a little bit this morning. The local school is just a little bit further down the road there. Ripper spot. So Westmar, great little spot. If you're travelling through this area, well worth it. I'm parked right up in the corner. So there you go. Definitely worth swinging past free on your way through. Westmar town location is just a cracking little spot. There you go. So just rocked up to St George, which is on the Boulogne River, which is beautiful. I'm actually staying at a hip camp. I think it's on the other side of the river. The main town is over here. First step should always be rock up to the information centre, which I've grabbed some info. Now I'm going to go and have a coffee and have a bit of a look around. So just sitting on the banks of the Boulogne River in St George, just did a bit of a walk around town. There's like a little bit of a mural walk that you can do, so you can see the river here behind me. Absolutely beautiful spot, lovely town, lots of artefacts, lot to see. I'll pop in some pictures of some of the murals, which I thought was interesting. The town itself, a bit over 3,000 people reside here. Was founded by Europeans, obviously post-Aboriginal, in about 1846. So mainly cattle and those sorts of things in the area, but lovely, lovely little town. I'll do a little walk around town as well. I'm going to be parking up at a free camp, not a free camp, but a hip camp, just the other side of the river. There's about 3 caravan parks in town, but yep, lovely, lovely spot. So St George, Queensland. It is rural. I keep saying it's outback, but it's not, it's rural. So Boulogne River, and there's sort of 3 main streets of St George. As you walk down here, you walk down to the town hall and the big school on the corner there. So there's this street, Victoria Street, and it goes up around one of the other streets. So nice little town, not overly big. As I mentioned earlier, 3,100 people, I think probably the last census, but nice little town. So just in at the Unique Egg in St George, wow, oh my goodness, all carved from emu eggs. Stavros, aka Grandad, did all of them himself, starting when he emigrated from Greece in 1952. Absolutely amazing. All carved with a cutthroat razor. Fascinating, fascinating stuff. So spending the night at Warrnambool Balone River Camp, just the other side of the river in St George. Really cracking spot. Adam, who is the owner, ripper bloke. There's only 4 sites in this little hip camp. $23 a night compared to the caravan parks, which are I think $40. I'd take this every day of the week. Absolutely stunning location. The river is literally behind me. I'll take you for a little walk around just to have a look, but over behind me here there's emus. It's got a camp kitchen, all of that sort of stuff, but I will show you around. There you go, there's a bit of a look at this wonderful hip camp, Warrnambool Balone River Camp. Ripper spot. If you're in St George, don't go anywhere else. This is much better than the caravan parks, 4 sites in total, not living on top of your neighbours. You've got the fire going. I'm going to make some tea and go and sit up by the fire. So yes, that will do for the night.